In a lot of these early camp reports, we've been talking about a lot of new faces. A position group that will have a lot of returning faces is the secondary, and we're joined now by cornerbacks coach Derrick Johnson. And coach, like I said, a lot of guys coming back for you in your position group. How excited are you to maybe not have to mold a bunch of new faces, and you got some guys that really already know what they're doing out here?
It's always a plus. You know, it seems like, again, like I said all the time, and mainly it's because, you know, Ty Smith is a senior now, and he's been a starter for now. This is going to be his third season starting. So when you have guys that have a lot of experience, it's always good because then the young guys, they have somebody to mimic. You know, we have somebody to emulate. So that's always a plus. So it's a very positive thing to have going into this camp.
And you mentioned it, Ty, receiving a lot of off-season awards and preseason awards coming into this year. How has he looked in the early goings of camp, and how is he taking on the leadership role of being the guy in the position group?
He's done well so far. You know, he's sharp. He was out during the spring, so he was eager to get back into the football mode. So he's been doing really well so far. I mean, it's only been 2 practices. We just got the helmets on, but he's been doing well. And as far as his leadership ability, you know, was there. Those guys like to mimic and again emulate the type of work habits that he has. So you know, guys like Julian and the young guys, the new guys, Jamal Partner and Monty Fenner and Tyron McDade, like those guys have came in and they've done a good job. And then, you know, guys like Mike Kelly, who came out in the spring, it was a pleasant surprise. Like all those guys have kind of, you know, picked up the tempo coming in to the first 2 days of camp. So, and then a lot of that was due to the work that Ty and some of the other guys like Christian and Donnell Lewis, the work that those guys put in during the summer. So those guys are doing a really good job.
Now you graduate or lose a guy like Jordan Love, All-American awards last year. How do you go about replacing a guy like that, and how's the competition looking to fill that starting role?
Well, you said it. I mean, it's the competition. That's how you replace somebody like that. I mean, I think we're probably the deepest that we've been since I've been here as far as athletic ability, speed. I mean, you know, we got a lot of guys that can do it. And these guys are competing for a spot on the bus and for a starting spot or just a spot, you know, just to play on the defense, not just on the bus playing on special teams. So, you know, these guys are actually, that competition is going to be what's going to help us replace a guy like a Jordan Love who, you know, again, he was an older guy who played a lot of games, and he was an All-American for 2 years, and he actually went into an NFL camp. So, you know, to replace a body like that is tough, but having somebody, you know, having that competition is really going to help us replace that spot.
All right, Coach. Well, you got a lot of camp left, so take care of yourself, and we'll check in soon.
Thanks. Appreciate you.
3rd down and goal at the 1 with 19 seconds left. They trail by 3. They'll break the huddle. Frazier keeps it himself into the end zone. Touchdown Tigers! The Tigers have scored with 17 seconds left to take a 34-31 lead. And this one is over.